Some of you have seen that. I love to work on cars. Let's see, we can add gold panning to that, thanks to Ed from Flash in Your Pan. That now is another hobby of mine. I love to draw. I love to paint. I'm an avid shooter and a hunter, and I even wore my bass patch because I love to fish. Now, I haven't done that in a long time. I walked away from fishing for whatever reason. It just hasn't. I just haven't found the time to do it. Let's see well, I do this as a hobby. Oh, so certainly you understand. Oh, and I even do my own T-shirts, and I build my own gun holsters. I actually vacuum form Kydex into holsters. Man, there's really no end to it. Motorcycles. I raced motorcycles for 10 years. I love motorcycles, although I don't ride them currently, but I still absolutely love them. Okay. But what I really want to do is I want to talk to these folks. They may be talking about hobbies. They may not. I think my first one wants to talk a bit about hobbies. I've got some questions for her. So let's not waste any time there, and let's unmute her right now and get her on, shall we? We've been waiting for this for quite a while. It is none other than Patti Broussard. How are you, Patti?
I'm good.
This was a long time coming, wasn't it?
Then I lose my voice the minute I'm supposed to. Goodness.
Oh, no worries. This, you know how this show works. It's laid back. We just sit back and we chat. There's no pressure.
Yeah. When I saw your topic for tonight, I'm like, I've got to get on tonight because I have some really. You guys know me. I love weird stuff. The weirder, the better. I have a couple of weird hobbies from my past that I did, and I just thought this is the night to hop on and share.
Well, we've got to hear about them. Tell us. We know what your primary hobby is. And
yes, primary hobby, of course, is my array, and it's pronounced Mbira. Yeah. If you can pull your tongue a little bit,
Mbira.
Mbira.
That's about as far as I go.
Yeah, and I have to apologize. I'm really bad keeping up with the chat while I'm talking.
You don't have to apologize for that. These guys understand. Talk about bad. I haven't said hello to anyone. So you want to take a break and we'll just say hello to some folks?
Let's say hi.
Say hi. We've got Drone Kings in Darwin. That would be Brad. How you doing, buddy? Timey Lives, welcome. I haven't seen you for a while. Look.
Timey Lives. She has a story.
Oh, did I say lives? I said, yeah, Timey Lives.
Yeah.
I apologize for that. Oh, look, Patti. Oh, wait. Susan Hamilton, welcome. How you doing? Germany and Travel Personal Guide. Darren, how are you doing? We've got Brandon B. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you again. Jelly Duck 100. Hey, how you doing, pal? Studio Geek 32. Good to see you. Hey, he says he's going to try to come up later. That's awesome. Who else do we have here? I just saw some more folks a second ago. Outdoorsy Gal. How you doing, Chrissy? How are you doing tonight? And have I missed? Oh, Life Trip Travels. Welcome. Good to see you again. And have I missed anyone? View this. Tony, how's it going? Welcome to the show, my friend. Welcome to the show. What is that? Urike and Brenda, Canada? Is that unlike? Patti, can you read that? My contacts. It was a trade-off.
Who am I reading?
Urike? Ulrich and Brenda, Canada. Welcome to the show. Rebecca C's here. How you doing? Fantastic. Thanks guys for being here. This is the Hobby Show. In case you came here late, and we are talking with Patti Broussard. Finally. Well, I've been wanting to have you on for a while, Patti. I mean, I've been watching your videos, and they're just unbelievable. As you know, I'm a big fan of the Mbira. Mbira. See,
That's it.
I'm trying to.
That's good.
Your Mother's Day video was extraordinary, especially the end when your mother, the piano. She was a piano teacher, right?
Yes.
Many years. I still don't know how you play that. That just floored me.
Well, the layout of the array it's not laid out like a piano.
Right.
Have you looked at it?
I've watched your video too. You kind of told the difference. You went up the scale, or what, eight
Okay,
notes,
so
and
you
then back down.
Yeah, watch that
I've been
video.
watching your stuff. I like your stuff. Guys, if you want to see an unusual instrument, I don't know how. Patty, you might be able to tell me better if it's truly unusual. It's just not something I've been exposed to any more than the bass flute. And but if you guys, what's that?
The bass flute.
Is that what it is when you're playing in one of your videos? Yeah. Well, I bet most people don't even know that exists.
Oh yeah. It's kind of.
How unique is, and I don't want to get off the hobby subject, but I'm really interested. How unique would you say that the Mbira is?
Well, this one particularly, there's a word.
I have trouble with that all the time.
Yeah, it's unique because if you guys know what the authentic African Mbira is like, it's normally it's like a piece of wood. Some of them are made with a gourd. You know, they put the wood on top of the gourd so it resonates, and it's held in just two hands, and you use your thumbs to play the music. This one, and I've had those smaller kalimbas and mbiras in my past years, and played on them. And one year I'm like, I want something bigger. I want more metal. I want more metal to play with. So I got online and I started Googling. I guess, no, back then it was probably Yahooing.
Yeah, or AltaVisting.
Yeah. And so I started searching for something that had more to it. I still loved the sound of the kalimbas and the mbiras, but I wanted more tines. The metal pieces are called tines, and I wanted more to work with. And one night this thing showed up in my search, and it had a sound bite. And when I heard the sound of that instrument, and this is 12 years ago, I'm like, that's it. I gotta have this thing. This is the one. You were
sold.
Yeah. So I contacted these two guys are in California, and the mastermind behind the Array Mbira, his name is Bill Wesley. And if you had a definition of musical genius, it is this guy. He will send me emails of all his music theory stuff and the reason that things are the way they are, and I'm like, it's like way over my head. I'm like, Bill, just dumb it down a little bit. I can understand. But he had this idea of the layout of this, which is, if you have any kind of musical knowledge, there are intervals in music, and you have like a third, a fourth, a fifth. And the way that this Array Mbira is laid out, it's laid out in fifths. So within, and I could probably try to turn the camera around, within this much area, I have all these notes within this area. As long as I can figure out how to move my fingers, then I am like a whole orchestra just within that tiny little section. Yeah. And a lot of musicians, when they see this instrument, they're like, not gonna even mess with it. The one thing about it, though, it is easy to, like, even a non-musician, if they stay within this range, like if they play this two set of tines here and skip a few and play this one, you know, as long as they stay there and then they either move up or move down, they can play three chords, which, you know, most music is a 3-chord song. So it has its advantages, it has its disadvantages. But me, when I got it, I wanted to play familiar music on it. I do some original stuff, but I wanted to play familiar songs. So in order to do that, I had to sit there and pick out the melody, which like on a piano, I grew up as a pianist. So like if I wanted to play, someone shoot me a song. If I wanted to play supercalifragilisticexpialidocious on the piano, I have this sheet music and my fingers know exactly where to go.
Right.
But on the Array, I have to sit there because of the way it's laid out. I have to pick out here and there and here and there. It's not that simple.
So by ear, right?
I play most, I would say 99% of the arrangements I do are by ear, because there's like no way to write down the music for this. It's all up in here, and I have to sit and run through all the arrangements that I've come up with in the past 12 years. I have to run through them occasionally to keep them in my memory bank. Yeah.
Well, like any good instrument, right? I mean, you can get rusty if you set it down for too long. That's for sure.
That's true. Yep. That's true. So
yeah, it was fascinating. I was watching one of your videos where you were showing kind of your process, where you would run through, a couple of maybe bars. I can't remember what timing was, and then you would add one. And then you run more, and then you would add, another one to the end of that after you'd memorized the sequence.
It's like adding on the next step, on the next step.
That's fascinating.
And now I tell you, when I did get the Array that first day I got it, and I'm the kind of person that's like, I want to do it right now and I want to do it perfect. And when I got it, I was very frustrated because as a pianist, I wanted to be able to play something immediately, like if you read music. Yeah. So that thing came in, and that first day I was like 5 hours on it until I got a little bit familiar, and then the next day and the next day, and then I really had to throw out my musical knowledge, kind of, I guess.
Well, no, I can see that. Yeah.
And think outside the box.
Yeah. And where that probably came in handy was that you could associate the tone with the letter, right? I mean, that the more you study music, and oh God, I wish I'd studied music when I was younger.
Yeah. I started music. Like I said, my mom was a piano teacher, and she was a music teacher for first grade through 12th grade for all of my preschool. There wasn't preschool back then, but like when I was 3, 4, and 5, before I got to first grade, I would go with her to school, and I would sit in on all her music classes. Oh, and I was playing the piano back then. I started playing the piano when I was 3. Wow. And I was a ham when I was little. I was quite the ham. Her kids would get in class, and I would jump up there, and I'd jump on the piano. And I'm like, okay, I'll play for you.
Oh man, I consider you very lucky for that. Really, yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, hey, we should probably get into your hobby, shouldn't we?
Sure.
But before we do that, Bob Dip says, "Hey, we got a Flash fan mob from Flash in Your Pan. How you doing, guys?" Yeah.
Hi, Ed.
And Syntax AI or Al says, hello to you, my friend. Hello. Crap, my dad makes me watch is in. Joel Mama is here. That's a great name. I mean, it is what it is. B3 Relic Recovery, how you doing? Jesse, how you doing, Jesse? Above and Beyond Drones, Jim, how's it going, man? Let's see. And there's Ed. How you doing, buddy? Lothar 900 is in the house as well. Welcome. Did I miss anybody? Down east, detecting and prospecting. Welcome. And I also thought I saw someone else. Oh, Champworks Garage, my son. How you doing, buddy? So yeah, tell us about those hobbies you were talking about you had when you were younger.
Well, one of my hobbies, I have been a dancer pretty much my whole life.
I saw the tap shoes.
And I would have to say, learning to play the Array, my dance background helped a lot.
Really?
Because here's some of my trusty old shoes. Lots of miles on those tap shoes. Yeah.
How did that help?
It helped because, like I said, I played the piano, and the layout of the Array was very different when I first got it. And the first song that I attempted, which was probably really difficult, was Under the Sea. That's my very first YouTube video I ever put on. And as I sat there and I was trying to pick out the melody and where to make my fingers go, I got to thinking, I used to choreograph my feet to move my toes, my heels, certain ways to make the rhythms. And I thought, I need to think about this, playing the array, as choreographing my fingers. So my fingers were my feet, even though they were my fingers.
I get it.
So, yeah. And each finger moved to a different time. And the muscle memory kicked in, just like with dance. Muscle memory kicks in and your feet know what to do. My fingers learned what to do with that song, and they still do. You know, it's stuck up here, and I think thankful that it is. So,
oh yeah,
one of my hobbies many years was, and I loved tap. I loved really intricate. Go figure, intricate, like more like hoofing and you know. Not your 42nd Street stuff, but I like really digging in the ground and coming up with rhythms.
Very cool. I got a cool question that kind of goes back to what you were just saying. In the choreograph department, now, do you find yourself? I'm back to your instrument. I'm sorry, but do you find you? I'm fascinated by it. Do you find that you're learning exactly where the notes are as you go along as well?
Oh yeah. Now it's like it's so much more ingrained in me. I still have to take the time to figure out the melody. Mm-hmm. But once I figure out the melody, when I put in that background music, you know, the background times, not the background music, but it's like my fingers just, they know what to play.
The rhythm section, for lack of a better term.
yeah.
And in some pieces, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Now let's go into that other hobby.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, let me get my little guy here and see if I can. Some people don't know this about me, but
that was loud.
Uh-oh, did I do something wrong? I'm sorry.
I know this about you.
Oh, okay. You know this about me.
Yep.
Some people might not know that I was a puppeteer for many, many years.
Professionally?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes.
Sweet.
I had my own show, and this is Mr. Ants. I don't think you can really see him.
Oh, they can. In fact, I can go full screen if you'd like to hold him up there.
I think I need to change the angle of my camera.
No. It's just, well, yeah, you won't see him dancing.
Yeah,
there we go. There we go.
I'm still learning all this camera. Just probably wondering why the dragonfly behind me. I'll tell you that here in a second.
Okay.
All right. So this guy, he's a little slippery on this table too.
I can tell.
If he had some fabric underneath him. You can see he is neon colored. Mm-hmm. Okay. The kind of puppetry that I specialized in was blacklight theater.
Oh.
Are you familiar with that?
No, but I can certainly envision it. You would be wearing something like all black to keep yourself hidden.
Right.
Almost like,
my background would be all black, yep. And all the puppets would be neon.
Right.
And there would be black lighting in front of me. And when the black lights show on me, because I'm in black and because my background is black, mm-hmm. The only thing that the audience sees is the puppets that I work.
Right.
Yeah, it's super fun, and you can just do just about anything can happen during a blacklight show. Now, I had my own, like my one-woman show. I had a theater where the people came, and I also had it to where I would go out, and I did some traveling and had my own theater that I could pop up, and it was really hard. But I loved it when I did finally have my own theater, and I did birthday parties. I did, schools and, people would come to the theater to see the show.
Sure.
But when I taught dance, I hope he's not too loud. When I taught dance, this is like my smaller blacklight theater stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a dance teacher, I had the whole stage that I had available to me to put on a show.
Really?
So I had, let me fix my camera here again.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't worry, I'll hide your video for now.
Okay, let me get me set up here.
That looks good.
All right. When I taught dance, and my husband works for a company that we travel a lot, or we did travel a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to go from dance studio to dance studio and take all this stuff with me. And most of the studios had never heard of blacklight theater. So I would bring all these puppets. Now I have these huge, like puppets that are human size that fit on people, you know, like big, huge, I don't know, all kinds of stuff.
Well, you're talking about life size, right?
Life size, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I would, at the end of the year, we would do a big old blacklight show for each recital. And it was like, there was, oh man, one of the shows had like up to 24 people in it. And, it was so much fun. I loved that time in my life, but the one woman show got to my back.
Oh yeah.
And my fingers working this guy right here, it got to my fingers, and I still have the stuff, and I pull it out to play with, like, you know, my grandson and stuff.
Oh, I bet they love it. Yeah.
Blacklight theater is just fascinating. It was a huge part of my life for a long time.
Well, are there any videos out there of yours specifically?
I have video, but it's on like the little bitty, it's like a tiny little cassette that I would transferred onto a DVD.
Oh, you should. You should.
I want to. And yeah, that would be fun to do.
It really would. It really would. Wow.
Yeah. And this guy, you know, keep watch, because I want to. I've showed him to a couple of people. They're like, you need to get that guy on your YouTube channel. And so I've been wanting to do what's the song? The Rubber Tree Plant.
Oh, from Ants?
Yeah. And
yeah.
I want to do that on the Array and try to somehow put him in with it.
Well, you've already had him on one. And you've also got what looks to be a ventriloquist. The blue guy? Yeah, thank you.
Monster. Yeah. Now, he's not blacklight. He's just a regular old puppet. Right. I used to build custom puppets for companies, like the Muppet style puppets. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so I had, it was Art in the Dark Puppet Factory was the name of my business. Wow,
that's cool. That is actually cool.
Yeah. Oh, and sitting here thinking about it makes me want to do it again, but I can't.
I so know that feeling. So know that feeling.
Lots of good memories.
Oh yeah. Well, Patti, thanks so much for sharing. I mean, that is great. You guys need to check out Patti Broussard's channel. The music is wonderful, and yes, the puppets make an appearance in such a great way. And are you a ventriloquist at all?
No.
Okay. I saw the monster, and I thought, maybe I haven't watched enough videos, and she actually is a ventriloquist.
No, the shows I did, because I was of my dance background, I would choreograph the things. You know, everything was all about movement and dance, and you know.
Kabuki style, you'd say?
Do what?
Kabuki style?
No.
No. Well, I mean, I know Kabuki is.
The show I did, I would pick out great music, and then I would create. It's so hard to explain.
Well, they were silent though, right? I mean, there was no. Okay, no voices. Yeah, and
I had a couple of voiceovers. Like I had some puppets voiceovers, but I didn't talk during the shows. I was just too busy. It was a whole production behind stage trying to make everything happen.
Oh yeah, and I know how that feels too.
But I do want to. I'll let let you go. That's all I wanted to share was my black light and my dance, and I'm still trying to get my audio to where when I play for you guys, I want the sound to sound correct. I have a microphone, I have a Rode, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure what comes out of the amp and into the Rode sounds good on your end. So that's what I'm working on right now. And then I'll play the Array one night.
Pro tip on that mic placement. Is it a single speaker amplifier?
Yes.
Okay. Point it at the surface of the cone. Don't point it right at the center.
Okay.
Okay. I've been micing guitar cases forever, and you actually get cancellations out if you point it right at the center of the speaker. Point it right at the same angle that the speaker cone comes out. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Just and you'll find it sounds better, and then you'll need to tweak it to find out how best to place it from there. But most people just stick it straight at it, and that's not the way to do it.
Yeah. Tommy had offered to go on with me one day, and I just want to troubleshoot with someone before it's like real.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, if I've got some time and you want to email me, I'd be more than happy to lend my ear toward that. Before you go though, I think Chrissy has a question for you. Jim, is Patti meaning something like famous people players?
Yes, yes, the famous people players, they do blacklight theater. I've seen them before. Same deal.
Awesome.
And if you're not familiar with that company, go search them up. Diane, her name is Diane, I think.
Diane.
They're wonderful things she does.
Very cool. Well, Patti, thanks so much for coming on. When we have you back on, I definitely want to hear you play.
You bet. Bye, everyone. Mwah.
Thanks so much, Shannon. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It's over. Did you enjoy that show? Hey, listen, if you want a guest cut just like this, all you've got to do is come on the show. It's as simple as subscribing, ringing that bell, and then watching it. The instructions are right there at the head of every show. You know you want to come on. You know you want a guest cut. You know you want to tell your story. You don't have interviewers beating down your door. So join us at the video call-in show. We'll see you live.